Back on.
Let's see. Ben Hall asks, how did you come up with the name, and why do you always sing about politics? Well, the name is rather old. Brer Rabbit and Johnny Five have been using that name with various projects for several years. The latest iteration with the live band formed in about 2005, and that's kind of the version that you all are probably most familiar with. And then you also asked, why do you always sing about politics? I think we sing about politics because it's just, when you do art, you express your emotions, and you express what it is you think about. And we're people who tend to want to think about the issues in the world. And we think hard about them, actually, and we want to know very clearly how we feel about them. And so I think when we start singing about politics, it's really just kind of a natural projection of who we are. We just sing about who we are. Alexander McIntyre writes, in regards to your recent Facebook page post, here's my question to you. What do you enjoy most about being in a band?
The food. It's pretty delicious.
What food?
Backstage food. Mackenzie's pancakes. The Cliff Bars.
Yeah, the hummus.
The hummus.
The hummus and the wheat thins that we have backstage are really good. Nick Heaton writes, what events have inspired you most to make the music you make? That is a tall question, Nick. What events have most inspired us? I would say it's probably difficult to select one specific event or even two specific events. The things that we write about end up being a summation of our shared experience on this planet. And that's probably the best way to say it. Alistair Mighty. I hope that's your real name. That's amazing if that's your real name. Is it true that anarchy is the key to social equality? Well, I don't think that we would ever really know that unless we were actually engaged in an anarchical society. I suspect that it may not be, and that in an anarchical society, we may actually see just the strong rise to the top. I mean, for example, in the zombie apocalypse, when that happens, it's only going to be, people who are really good at swinging bats and golf clubs that are going to survive. And if you can't swing a bat in a golf club, you're going to have to be really clever about what you're doing, because otherwise you're going to get eaten. And so basically there would be an inequality between people good with bats and people not good with bats. So there needs to be some order, I suspect, for it to have a truly equal society.
How are you with the band?
I'm pretty good. I played baseball for several years, so I actually I think the zombie apocalypse would be just incredible fun for about 2 days, and then I think it would get old, and I'd like things to go back to the way they were.
Could I hang out with you during the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah.
Cool.
Especially if you're good with a bat or a club.
Well, I'm not. That's why I want to be on your team.
I could give you a crowbar. That's
Although I did golf one time.
Yeah, you can swing.
I beat you at golf one time.
You did.
By 1 point or something.
Yeah, no, I think it was by a couple strokes, actually.
My swing was awful.
Your swing is unorthodox, but you actually hit the ball really straight.
Sorry for interrupting.
That's okay. No, you and I were tied going into the last hole. You remember that? And I had like a double bogey, and you hit a par.
Yeah, it's fluke.
Yeah, well.
You can be on the team. Just bring food.
Yeah.